Welcome back to Dark Corners Streaming. With its disturbing opening credits, 6-part anthology series Late Night Horror was the BBC pushing the envelope a bit in 1968, which may be why it received enough complaints for it to warrant only one season, and after it was repeated in 1970, the BBC, with its usual ruthless disdain when it came to archiving, either wiped or dumped the tapes. Recommended by one of our Patreon supporters, The Corpse Can't Play is the only episode to survive, and you can find it on YouTube. The episode originally came to light on 16mm in the 80s, but almost immediately vanished from view again, and was finally made available in 2016. Based on a story by John Burke, adapted by prolific TV writer Hugh Leonard, a specialist in literary adaptation, the story centres on the birthday party of Ronnie Jarman, acutely capturing the domestic lord of the flies that is the children's birthday party, while his mother tries to keep control.
There's no more musical chairs.
Oh, Mum!
No, darling, it only leads to fighting. You'll just have to think of something else to play now.
Things begin to turn with a late arrival.
Oh, it's Simon, isn't it?
I didn't invite him. Ronnie!
Don't be so rude.
Underlining Ronnie as an ass and Simon as the ostracised outsider.
I'll get out.
At only 25 minutes, the storytelling has a natural economy,
His father died several years ago.
getting across the necessary plot points while never losing the reality of the situation. It's all wonderfully matter of fact.
Lovely weather for a party.
Tom, thank goodness.
Hello, darling.
Yet with a decided undercurrent
Everybody's got to come out and do whatever their father's job is.
that grows throughout, as does Ronnie's cruelty.
Shall I show you?
As an audience, we know things will get darker,
I know what we'll play. Murder! Smash!
but it's still just a children's party. Parents being parents,
I'm not in here, please. Off you go.
kids being kids.
There's hardly room for one.
By which I mean horrific little animals.
Kids can be little devils at times.
It does also remind you how dark are some kids' games that we just take for granted,
Tom?
Here's the corpse's hair.
before reaching the climax. And one thing I left out about this show, it was originally in colour.
I'm going to. I'm not going.
In 1968, I think this is probably why they had complaints. There is now a colour restoration available from Kaleidoscope along with a book about the series, but I don't believe that's streaming anywhere.
Murder. It's a game.
Oh, yes.
Overall, it's not extraordinary. I don't think it will shock many horror fans, and perhaps the most interesting thing about it is its survival and the way it makes us think about what wonders might have been lost, because while I don't think this is extraordinary, I love how it's made.
Who's upstairs? Shut up with you!
It's just a children's party, and it feels like a children's party. These feel like people talking.
Seeing children at their fiendish worst always reconciles me to the fact of not having any of my own.
Yes.
And yet there is throughout a subtle building of tension.
Where? This way, come on.
Making a horror, there's always a temptation to grab an audience from the start with something shocking, but this shows how effective it is to engage them. I liked it a lot, and I hope more of the series comes to light.
Go!
Thanks for watching. Have you seen this? And if so, what did you think of it? What are the lost televisual gems you'd like to see? Let us know in the comments below.